All right, I am back. First, I did not get the virus. B, I'm not abandoning the channel. And lastly, I did not die. So, here we have,
Here we have
a old-timey Zenith portable, rotary tuned TV with various issues. The flyback squeals when it gets about maybe 55 degrees, which down here in the basement it often does this time of year. And it squeals really loud, and it's always done that for as long as I've had it when it gets really cold. I've had this TV for almost 8 years now. And the picture quality is kind of on and off. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it sucks. And right now it is in a sucky mood. And I believe that that is the AFC, because when I try to use the AFC on this TV, it doesn't change anything, whether it's on or off. And I am doing everything right as far as I'm concerned. I think that that could be due to a cold solder joint that might make connections sometimes, but doesn't other times. The flyback also stops squealing whenever you whack the TV on the side. But I'm pretty excited to dig into this. I've never really repaired this one before. It's kind of always run on 3 burners instead of 4. But yeah, I guess let's dig into it. Good old days. This thing is made in the United States of America. It was made at the Springfield, Illinois plant. Gotta love this up here. Isn't that nifty? Don't have that one on TVs anymore. Would you look at that old-timey flyback right there? Look at that thing. It's enormous. I've never seen a flyback like that. Typically it's just a black bulb kind of thing. Not a bulb. What's the right word? Black object thing. But that one's got some kind of weird comb-like thing on it, and then there's a white normal box. But yeah, pretty discreet on the inside. We got germanium, one really thick germanium output on the side, high voltage output. And looks like this was made for basically air only, although does have a ready plug, which I'll think about because it is pretty annoying using this. Although I don't want to wreck the originality of this and punch out that hole. But this thing's never really had work on it. So I'm excited to dig into this one. Okay, here's something I'm not loving on here. Is that it's going to take a bit of work to get this board out of here, and then once I get it out, there's going to be a lot of wires. And I guess that's due to better construction, because this is a USA Zenith, but it's going to be a bit annoying to work on, since I can't just easily slide out the board like I can on my cheaper television sets. Such as this delightfully 1980s KTV brand television from 1986 or 7. Well, unfortunately, I guess this TV's part of that Zenith Taiwan era, but oh well. You know what? Now that I learned how to use these clips on here, I actually really like this design. The chassis, it slides into place until the clip goes down and locks itself on like that. I like that. That's cool. That's Zenith. You see this? You see this? This is your line cord right here. Everything is in a socket. That is serviceability right there. That is Zenith. Hot. Elna, we love Elna here. Gonna name my kids Elna and Elno. So I'm having doubts about the flyback. It's kind of weird how it works once the TV gets above 55 or 60 degrees. But you can also whack it and it'll shut up for a little bit. Having doubts about that, it's kind of weird. And if I plug this in and turn it on, I'll have to wait a couple days to let it cool itself down. So then it's not full of voltage, high voltage too. But, let's see. You also got this weird cardboard thing here, too, that kind of gets in the way a little bit. But our AFC, I'm not sure what's up with that thing. Could be a bad capacitor, I guess, but I don't know. I wiggled the contact around and cleaned it, so maybe it was a bad connection down there. We'll have to plug this in and try it out. This might be a two-parter with that flyback. I might be able to do the AFC this video and then the flyback the other time. There's that AFC button right there. I'll have to check out those connections up there, see if they're bad or not. I love this big metal bar up here. That's cool. Well, if there's not much I can do short term on the inside, maybe I can change something on the outside. Okay, I got these tightened. Really don't really wiggle as much. These ones do it a little bit. But I almost wonder if that's intentional, because maybe that puts a little strain off of this type of antenna connection. This really is annoying. Fun fact, throughout this CRT board, not CRT board, but you know what I mean, TV board, not very many, almost all of these were unplugged, at least halfway. So I'm going to plug them all in all the way, and hopefully that'll solve something. Maybe. Maybe like the AFC kind of problems. I don't know. I couldn't imagine that would be good for it, especially when you have these big transistors right here that are also kind of wonktastic. So I'm going to see if I can tighten some of those up. Watch this. Watch it not happen. CRT or the circuit board is locked into place. That's brilliant. All right, here we go. CRT ain't squealing. Little hum from the audio section. I guess the CRT is squealing a normal amount. Audio section is good. Let's put some video through this thing. Well, picture-wise, the AFC didn't seem to do much. But I don't hear any squealing, and it is pretty cold down here. I don't want to get in trouble for having a movie on the copyright police. But I don't hear any squealing, and I almost bet that the squealing was one of those loose sockets coming from the flyback down to the circuit board, which there were a few from the flyback section. A separate circuit board down to the main circuit board. And I almost wonder if that was the problem, and maybe when it was cold the contacts shrunk and it arced, and then when I'd give it a whack they would touch together or something. I don't know. That's just a hypothesis of the problem here. But I'm going to monkey with this thing a little bit more with the AFC and tuning and that kind of stuff, and I'll get back to you. Alright, now answer me this. So we're going on channel 4 from the VCR. Channel 3 has static audio, but crappy video. Channel 2 has near perfect audio and no video. Weird. Now I know I got the AFC working. I don't know how strong it is anymore, though. Might not be the strongest thing in the world, but still doing that weird thing. Although I can get it to do this little trick. You can tell we have some both vertical and horizontal control issues here if we wanted to get that straightened out. But the audio is good without switching it to channel 2 like how you'd normally have to. I'm going to switch the channel up on the VCR. Let's tune around on this.
And 50% better, thank you. Please, don't make me stay home again. I want to go to school.
It's supposed to be channel 3. Channel 2, they're static. 3, the audio is great, but the picture is junk. You know, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what if this is a VCR problem and not a TV problem? So I have the Sega Genesis hooked up to it. And I'm gonna see if, is this on channel 3 or 4? Okay, channel 3. So let's see. I'm gonna walk over to where it is. Well, that's a good sign. Something's getting through on the signal it's actually supposed to be getting through on. How about we just scroll around on this fine-tuning knob? Seems like a TV problem, which is not good. I'd rather have it be a VCR problem. Ooh, cool. Stinking! Come on, you hoser. You know, maybe it's that stupid box back there. Let me do something about that. There we go. Alright, let me sift around through here. I tell you what, this is probably one of the most bizarre problems I've ever had to deal with. It's just weird. Excellent audio. The channel it's supposed to be on, right here, channel 4, nothing. Channel 3, excellent audio. Channel 2, audio, and if there's a channel 1, it would probably get audio too. Nothing at or above what it's supposed to be at has anything. Everything below has audio or a picture, but never two at the same time. Let alone a good picture. So, I don't know. I really do not know with this one. This is bizarre. I guess this one's gonna have to be a two-parter, unfortunately. I was really hoping to get this thing fixed, or at least all the way fixed. We got the flyback problem solved. That just had to be dusted off and tinkered with. But anyways, I'm sorry for having a two-part type video be my comeback, but I guess we're back in black and white because we don't have a color picture.